Welcome to my Christmas TV Burp. Exploding bra on heartbeat.
Wow. Oscar can be a bit...
Surprise for pregnant lady on Holby.
One of the nurses said you had a puppy.
Robbie Williams reacts to Take That's chart-topping album. And having unwrapped his prezzies, EastEnders Billy Mitchell swears he'll never go back to IKEA. It was supposed to be a CD rack. Ah, Christmas, and it seems that a number of our favourite soap stars had rather too many sprouts. Then, in Holby General, someone had a bad reaction to a rather loud Christmas jumper.
All you need is some hot milk and a good night's sleep.
It's a busy time in the hospitals at Christmas, but that doesn't mean there isn't time to do all those essential Christmassy things, like get the giblets out of the turkey. Now get the stuffing. There were a number of celebrity guest appearances on the wards this Christmas. First up, Anthony Worrell Thompson dropped by. And would you believe it? Who should pop in but Dennis Rodman?
Here we go. Thank you, volunteer.
And finally on Casualty, Mr. Spock.
And I'll get some stationery.
And the priest. He let himself go a bit. Well, Christmas is a time for the gift of soap. And I don't know about you, but every year I settle down for a well-earned shot of Christmas cheer.
Here's to Christmas. Let's hope it's a blinder.
It's going to be a good one this year, love. I can just feel it.
I'm sure we're going to have a lovely Christmas. All thanks to you.
Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas.
Oh, great. I need cheering up. I can't wait.
Christmas starts here.
Cheers!
Will went for an abortion.
Ashley!
I'm glad your witch is dead.
Santa's dead!
I've been tricked. I've been tricked again. Oh, they're so clever, the soap writers. You just never know which way the plot's going to take you. Take Emmerdale, where Tom King had every reason to believe he had a long and happy life ahead of him.
You do realise that at this precise moment, Dad's worth more to us dead than he is alive.
If you had died instead of Mum, we'd be a lot happier.
You will pay for breaking my heart, Tom King.
If I were to go now, I'd die a happy man.
Where could this be leading them? Oh, you clever writers on Emmerdale. I never would have thought of Tom King being murdered, even though everyone had it in for him. But it wouldn't be Christmas without a wedding, now would it? Although, of course, in real life, no one gets married at Christmas because it's Christmas. Tom King really pushed the boat out. But a little tip, put the red carpet down before you erect the marquee.
This is turning into quite a production number.
Yes, well, I'm not married.
You're going to have to move it a foot nearer the road. I love a sing-along at Christmas. Oh, Walking in the Air, my favourite.
We're floating in the moonlit sky.
Yeah, all right, sweetheart, yeah.
People far below are sleeping as we fly.
She stopped. Lovely.
We're walking.
Oh, God, she started up again.
The people far below are sleeping.
Had to be done, I'm afraid. Have you ever noticed how a whale being lifted out of the Thames by a crane tends to look like Hercule Poirot? Monsieur Emmerdale. You are wondering why I have brought you all together on this cold night. There has been a murder. This was the whale that swam to London on Channel 4, which told the story of the attempts to rescue the London whale. We were introduced to a number of whale experts along the way.
I'm me, I'm here, I'm a humpback, I'm big, I'm sexy. Where are the girls?
Yeah, just concentrate on the job in hand, eh? That poor whale, she'd swum a long way and was naturally very hungry. But what do you eat if you can't get hold of your natural diet of squid?
In a desperate search for food and water, it ate some plastic, marine algae, and a potato.
And a potato, of course. Yes. It's like Ready, Steady, Cook. Bad Girls signed off this Christmas with their last episode ever, telling as it does the story of a women's prison. Now, I'm sure you're aware that the UK's prisons are overcrowded, drugs are rife, and the inmates are under the constant threat of violence. Facts that Bad Girls on ITV1 has never flinched from showing. And the Christmas special was the usual slice of gritty realism. Frightening, isn't it? And the language.
All right, time's up.
Oh, come on, Mrs. Hollenby. We haven't had half hour yet.
Think yourselves lucky you've had that. I'm short-staffed, so jingle bells out of it. Come on.
Yeah, holly and the ivy off. Go away in a manger. The big drama was Janine giving birth in her cell, but she was unable to get help despite ringing the alarm.
Oh! Tina, press the alarm. Oh! You think I'm having any more of your fun and games? You've got another thing coming.
An interesting sound, that. You're probably wondering how that alarm works. Well, I've got it here. Now, inside this are 2 mice. When I press the button, it sends an electric shock into one of the mice. And the other mouse tries to resuscitate him. Neat little system, that. Which brings me to our Christmas TV highlight of the week. This from Coronation Street.
Christmas TV highlight of the week. Christmas
You know what I like at Christmas? A nice satsuma. Christmas isn't Christmas for me without my satsumas. Oh, I don't understand it. They were in a special satsuma bag. A bag that, whilst holding the satsumas, allows the satsumas to breathe. I wonder where my satsuma bag has got to.
Yeah.
Hey, that's my satsuma bag. Get your own satsuma bag. Where would you get satsumas from if you lived on Coronation Street?
Perhaps I could make you a pudding to order.
No, it's no good unless I make it myself. Otherwise, I might as well buy it from Freshco's.
Freshco's, yes. Or the Fo-op. Or, if you're feeling really flush, Frocks and Fences. Blanche wasn't happy.
We've been parked with the pensioners. Old folks' Christmas dinner. Probably liquid iced turkey through a straw.
Don't knock it till you tried it. Yeah, it's nice, that. That's the main course. What's for pudding?
And I'm making a fuss because it feels like I've made it with my own blood. Oh.
Yeah, perhaps I'll skip straight to the after eights, eh? Well, the big story was Scylla's last wish to go swimming with dolphins.
I'll do anything for you, my sweet. You've just got to name it.
I want to swim with dolphins.
See? That's the cancer messing with your brain cells. They don't have any round here, do they, my love?
No dolphins on Coronation Street, are there?
Hiya, Mum. Hiya. Have you seen the new family moved into number 7?
No, why?
Oh, hey, up here they come.
Morning.
It's a fresh goes if anyone wants anything.
It's okay. I got a whole load of groceries from Flainsbury's last night.
We're going up the leisure centre.
Yeah, we're going swimming.
Can I come?
I don't see why not.
Right. I'll go and get me cosy.
Oh, don't forget your pound for the locker.
I wish I could go.
Oh, why aren't you going?
I've got athlete's fin.
Happy Christmas, Harry!
Happy Christmas, Corrie. I don't know, turkey at Christmas. It's not everyone's idea of fun.
What is it with you and turkeys, Mark?
We don't get on.
Yeah, they just don't get on. There was a falling out some years back and they haven't spoken to each other since. It's hard to know which side to be on, isn't it? Big Mo Slaters or the turkeys. Of course, there's really only one way to find out. See you after the break. Go on, Mo. Welcome back to Christmas TV Burp, human advent calendar on Emmerdale.
Jesus Christ our Saviour was born on Christmas Day to save us.
After a Christmas speech, the Queen drops into the Rovers. And confusion reigns among the cast of Heartbeat.
I don't understand any of this.
I don't think any of us do, Joyce.
Which brings us to our worst limerick of the Christmas week.
Worst limerick of the Christmas week.
There was a young man during the war. He never came back. But Sally always had a happy disposition. She got on with her life.
That silly young man in the war. Ah, Heartbeat, always gripping.
Some years ago, Sally took me for a holiday to Bridlington. I met a man in the used car trade. Sally was against it from the beginning. He wore rather pungent aftershave. Sally's nose was always delicate, that's why she was so good with flowers. Anyway, he and I saw a bit of each other. Sally got quite upset. This won't go any further, will it?
You're kidding! I can't wait to tell my friends that story. Hot gossip like that. I'm going to stick it on an email. It'll go round the world in no time. I can't wait to see what's happening on Heartbeat next week.
David's dying!
Oh, joy! I just can't wait.
Hi, Harry, and welcome to Aidensfield, 1969.
Yes, policing's very different in the 60s. For instance, when we're chasing a criminal, it's very rare for us to get distracted by some really interesting graffiti.
Oi! I just want a word with you!
Yes, the bill is on flying form. Roger Valentine and DCI Manson made a gruesome discovery.
What we got? Well, it looks like a young male judging by the clothing. It's totally decomposed, just a skeleton. Been here a while, then?
Oh! He was right as rain this morning, singing and joking, tucking into Christmas pud, playing charades. Then he seemed to get suddenly tired and started decaying. And before we knew it, he was a rotting corpse. Oh, if only I'd given him that Lemsip when he first showed signs of slowing down. You know what it's like when you go to a public loo and all the cubicles are taken? You've got no alternative.
Not only is he
You have to use the sink. It was Penguin Week with Nigel Marvin on 5, and Nigel was off to South Georgia to meet a colony of king penguins. Now, obviously, if you're surrounded by king penguins the whole time, they might start to get on your nerves. But really, there's no need for bad language.
There's not just one or a few king penguins. Look at this. There's some king penguin shit.
Will I ever find a king penguin? At last, I found a king penguin with a distinguishing mark.
There's no need for bad language. I must say the highlight of my Christmas is always the UK's strongest man.
And the first challenge for these guys was the bus push. What's the technique here, Gary?
Slightly different from normal here. Instead of pulling the bus, they're going to push the bus.
Yeah. Instead of pulling it, you push it. Here's how Pat got on.
Ireland's Pat McNamara managed to get a time, but he was in some distress.
Oh, where am I? What's going on? Oh, he's about 60. Bus push. Bus pass, more like. But my favourite and the eventual winner was Glenn, Who's the Daddy Ross. Let's see him in action.
Well, it's starting to slow a little bit here, a little bit of blood seeping from the nose. That's a blood vessel going there. Just shows you how much he's putting into it.
When you get a nosebleed from lifting something, that's probably a sign that maybe it's a bit too heavy for you. I feel pretty. I feel pretty.
I feel stupid and useless and tired and empty.
And pretty and witty and wise. Oh, dear. EastEnders was a little uncharacteristically downbeat this Christmas. Bradley was trying his best to get through to Stacey.
All that stuff about loving you and wanting a kid with you. It was all lies. I don't want anything to do with you. Nothing.
What are you saying?
I think he's saying he wants to marry you and be the father of your children. Pretty soon, though, Stacey retaliated in kind.
Do you hear that, everyone? Bradley don't want anything to do with me, so I'm available. I'm back on the market. And so is Bradley if you like rubbish sex and loads of cuddles.
What's wrong with it? Here, what's the worst reaction you've ever had to a bit of paper tearing?
What do you think?
Oh, it wasn't very good, was it? Here's a bit of paper tearing that I've worked out just for you, Billy. OK, what you do, you fold it in half, like that. Just tear a little bit out. There, throw that away, you won't be needing that. Over again, another little tear like that, and again, like that. Unfold it, and, my wife is thick. But the big story on the square was the death of Pauline Fowler. Hey! That's enough. Pauline, the much-loved matriarch of Wolford.
I can't bear to have you near me. Make my flesh creep. Not with your clammy little hands. Is that what you think women want?
Is it not? That's where I've been going wrong all these years. Me and my tiny little clammy hand. Rubbish, sex and cuddles, anyone? But before she signed off, Pauline took one last chance to cheer herself up. She visited a graveyard. Arthur's grave there. And then Mark's grave. Oh. Yes. The Thames Whale. Uplifting Christmas telly. Rest in peace. At least some of the occupants of Albert Square had a reasonable Christmas. The EastEnders crackers. I've got a box of them here, look. There we are. Right then. And who better to pull a cracker with than...
Happy Christmas, Harry.
It's the UK's strongest man, the daddy, Glenn Ross. Would you pull a cracker with me, Glenn?
My pleasure, Harry.
Right.
Go!
I win! Who's the daddy now? Hey, come on, Glenn. I know you're disappointed, but you're going to come out of this stronger. Good luck there! Right, let's have a look at this cracker then. Well, there's the paper hat. It's Dunce's hat. What else? Where's the toy? Oh, yes. There it is. There's the toy. It's a razor blade. And here's the joke. Why did Pauline Fowler cross the road? To have a brain hemorrhage. You get the idea with that. Celebrity family fortunes took things a stage further for Christmas and employed families from the soaps, with Emmerdale's The Hopes versus Corrie's The Battersbys. And it was such a relief to find that actor Tony Audenshaw is nothing like Bob, the overexcited lunatic he plays on Emmerdale.
From Emmerdale, please welcome the Hope family!
Oh, Bob, he's had quite a Christmas.
What's this? What? This? It stinks of smoke. It needs to go in the wash.
You're the billboard fire starter.
Twisted fire starter. So just time to have a look at some of the Christmas merchandise the soaps had out this Christmas. Of course, Emmerdale did the Advent calendar, the lovely Advent calendar. We got Rodney there. And the top window, the number 24, was exciting, isn't it? Oh, nothing there. Oh, and Tom King falls out and gets murdered. And finally, I must say I did enjoy Strictly Confidential Behind the Scenes on ITV3. The story of life in a world of sex therapy.
I wanted to pick your leaflet on vaginismus.
Is that what I've got?
Vaginismus.
And a happy new year. That's all from us here. We'll be back on the 20th of January with a new series, but in the meantime, Bob...
Coming next on ITV1, Charles Kennedy and Jane Moore have worked their way to £1,000, but can they make $1 million for charity? Chris Tarrant puts them to the test. Then at 9, it's your turn to answer the questions, but how much do you know about this year's television? 50 viewers battle for the title of Viewer of the Year 2006. That's at 9.